Welcome to Tish Talk TV. Everything here is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. So, we're going to jump right into listen. The Fair Ad use will be in the description box of section 107 and 108 of the U.S. copyright law. Okay, it will be in the description box. I don't know if y'all heard or not, but the situation with Cardi B and Stefan Diggs has already started taking place. I just watched another podcast, okay? Another tuber. Her name is, she goes by the name of Miss Lowdown, and she was dealing with it, okay? So y'all might want to check that out. But everything that I said last night, when I asked Spirit, actually, I didn't even ask. Like, I just started pulling information. But yeah, that was what came out. It's already unfolding. Apparently, Cardi B and Stefan was seen somewhere. It's recorded and it's about to be on every blogger's page or every podcast. The news is gonna be out with the celebrity gossip that they already off to a rough start. They were arguing, seen arguing and carrying on outside of somebody's restaurant. But y'all listen to this word from last night, this channeling from the video that actually the two videos that I put up last night, okay? All right. Now, I did want to get onto a little bit of Cardi B and stuff I did before I go. And as far as Cardi B and Stefan, I'm still seeing PR, y'all. There's PR right now going on. It's a little bit of fakeness going on because it's good for his image. I'm sure you probably realize that to uphold, not necessarily okay. He supposedly beat the charges, but his image still needs a little bit of working because of public perception and to be able to fit him into what they are about to do. Because I believe they're about to shift him into another team. So by him being with Cardi, it's just good business right now, making certain appearances. If he don't make money, then them that around him don't make money, right? So they could be trying to use her as far as to clean up his image. He don't necessarily need her money right now, or does he? But anyway, when he gets back up though, that will tell the real deal. I do see that he has different methods of being able to mobilize himself and be able to climb out of it. Okay, he does have some people that. Welcome to the one that just came in. Just playing the channeling from last night on the read, the two videos that I put up about Cardi B and Stefan Diggs. If you haven't heard, they already off to a rough start. So what I said last night is already unfolding. They are off to a rough start, unfortunately. Miss Lowdown just covered this maybe 30 minutes ago, but I put the video out of what I was shown last night, and it seems to be right on point, y'all. All right, so I'm just playing the video from last night, just the part about Cardi B and Stefan, because many people don't even know that it was towards the end of the video. So here we go. That are going to be on his side. Can y'all hear that? Is going to be able to go up again and come out of this. Yeah, he has the ability to make some career moves. I see him with the six of swords I did here. So he's going to be transitioning. He with a little bit of Cardi B and Stefan did before I go. And as far as Cardi B and Stefan, I'm still seeing PR, y'all. There's PR right now going on. It's a little bit of fakeness going on because it's good for his image. I'm sure you probably realize that to uphold, not necessarily okay. He supposedly beat the charges, but his image still needs a little bit of working because of public perception and to be able to fit him into what they are about to do. Because I believe they're about to shift him into another team. So by him being with Cardi, it's just good business right now, making certain appearances. If he don't make money, then them that around him don't make money, right? So they could be trying to use her as far as to clean up his image. He don't necessarily need her money right now, or does he? But anyway, when he gets back up though, that will tell the real deal. I do see that he has different methods of being able to mobilize himself and be able to climb out of it. Okay, he does have some people that are going to be on his side, and I see that he is going to be able to go up again and come out of it. Yeah, he has the ability to make some career moves. I see him with the Six of Swords I did get, so he's going to be transitioning. He will be moving away into calmer waters, away from difficulties, and heading towards more stable circumstances. I did see that today. And I do know that Cardi is expecting whatever. She already knows. So if y'all didn't hear it, I don't know how clear this video is, but I did see him being drafted into a different team. Okay, because it's somebody that's one of the head people. I believe it's a Caucasian man that he has favor with, that likes him, and he will be. I'm feeling like he will be switched to a different team. So I feel like this whole thing with Cardi right now, and she knows it on the inside, is what I was saying last night, is PR to help his image. Because it would just help the team because people gonna be talking and having things to say. Oh, y'all done drafted him to a whole different team. So it's just good business, okay? But yeah, I believe that she's being used as like something for PR to help his image, okay? Um, and that's what I was saying. Okay, so let's keep on with this word. But she's playing alone, hopeful, but expecting at the same time. So it's kind of like she got one eye open, but she knows that this is nothing that she can really depend on in the long run, but she's doing it anyway. However, I do see this double-edged sword with her. I was telling her song that she sings, "Be Careful with Me." So I do think that he might need to watch his back because something could come right back and bite him in the butt. She could be very vindictive. And then, of course, there is another baby mama that he likes better than her. But I don't feel it being a sexual thing for the most part. And I got to go and set my soul right now. But Stefan has these inside connections, y'all. There's somebody that's high ranking. I think it's somebody in the football arena, maybe someone that makes the decisions that's going to help him. And I don't really sense a sexual relationship between him and this. I think it's like an older white man that has pulled. Hold on, let me turn this stove off. I think it's an older white man, y'all. It's an older white man that could help him, y'all. I believe there's going to be a trade off, okay? A different team, but the same game, all right? With the Six of Swords. So he might be going to more calmer waters. And I believe he's going to be elevated back to another team. And I feel like Cardi knows that all these appearances, that it's a temporary thing. She don't really have much faith in the connection right now. So she is expecting whatever. But she's just playing along in hope, you know, um, in a sense. But she is expecting things to not really be long term, but she's doing it anyway. Yeah, she's just going along with it. But she knows. She knows. But anyway, hey, if you like it, I love it. But that's pretty much it. I love y'all. Okay. All right. Child, we got bigger issues that's going on other than these distractions with this celeb stuff. For all of my nerds, calling all nerds, whoever into the last president, the new world order, I have some serious. This would be some world messages that are really serious. This is I asked Spirit what to tell your people. And this is what the divine gave me, y'all. OMG. I don't even know where to begin. But I'm calling all nerds and for anyone and everyone who's into this type of thing, it's pretty serious. I don't know if y'all ever heard of when Trump says the last president, he done joked about it before. Then he came back and said he was just playing. I don't think Trump was playing. Don't y'all see how the last president goes hand in hand with the last kingdom? Y'all, I don't know if you know anything about prophecy, foretelling,
psychic, or even biblical prophecy. But it has been predicted, even in the Bible, about the last kingdom. We are in this last kingdom age, y'all. Think about that and think about the last president. Everything here is for entertainment purposes only. It's not real. Entertainment and educational purposes only. Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Y'all, this might be boring, but this is very important because it's going to affect us every day. It's going to affect our currency. It's affecting what's going on now. Prophecy is unfolding. This is serious. This is so serious. Like I can't even get the words out. But yeah, and it's crazy. It is not good. Okay. So Elon Musk said that Medicare and Social Security are entitlements. But yet and still, do y'all know how many billions have shifted to the development of all type of technology? They definitely got their plans for a new world, the new world order. Let me let y'all hear a little bit of this. This is crazy. Listen to this. Elon Musk said that Social Security and Medicare, something that you have paid into and paid for, it is not necessary, y'all. But guess what? We have increased funding into AI technology, transhumanism, the war against humanity. Listen to this.
The science fiction writer Arthur C. Clarke stated, "The most intelligent inhabitants of that future world won't be men or monkeys. They'll be machines, the remote descendants of today's computers."
Did y'all hear that? The most intelligent inhabitants of the future world won't be men or monkeys. They will be machines, the remote descendants of today's computers. That's transhumanism. That is in the book of Daniel, the second chapter, talking about the last kingdom, the new world order, the last president. Come on, y'all. Come with me. We are that was the prophecy that King Nebuchadnezzar in the Bible, he saw this dream. God gave him this dream. The feet. We are in the dispensation. We are the feet, y'all. It ain't gonna be no more clay. Now we're clay. Clay means flesh. Clay mixed with, what am I trying to say? Um, it was clay mixed with, was it steel, y'all? Hold on, let me get the word right. Clay and iron. I'm sorry, clay and iron, and it was a divided nation. The clay and iron, that is a humanoid. That's our replacement, y'all. They are not trying. Yeah, well, they're trying. They're going to, according to biblical prophecy, they're trying to replace us, y'all. Listen to this again. It's kind of going kind of fast.
Access transcripts of our videos as well as galleries of the art stated, "The most intelligent inhabitants of that future world won't be men or monkeys. They'll be machines, the remote descendants of today's computers." Now, the present day electronic brains are complete morons, but this will not be true in another generation. They will start to think, and eventually they will completely outthink their makers. In January 2025, President Donald Trump announced the Stargate project, a $500 billion joint venture to invest in artificial intelligence infrastructure. Masayoshi Son, CEO of SoftBank, who was on hand for Trump's announcement, said this project marked the beginning of our golden age. While a letter addressing Stargate from OpenAI, the creators of ChatGPT, stated that all of us look forward to continuing to build and develop AI for the benefit of all of humanity. We believe that this new step is critical on the path and will.
So they taking all the money from Medicare, Social Security, and everything else, as if they haven't taken enough. Now I just open up. I got this word earlier today. Then I open up my IG and see that Elon Musk saying that all the Medicare and Social Security, this is entitlement. Like you're not even entitled for what you put into Social Security. Y'all know FICA and FUTA comes out of our check taxes. So everything you don't put in, what they're saying is you don't even you're entitled. Who do you think you are to even think that you're supposed to have something, to live on when you become what 65? Well, it can be a little bit earlier. You can cash in a little bit earlier. What is it? 63, 62. But they taking all the billions and putting it into transhumanism, um, robot people, humanoids. This is the future. Billions, billions. Trump signed this order earlier this year that billions goes into building up, developing not only AI, but replacing us with these humanoid beings. I'm telling y'all, and they're saying that this is going to elevate humanity. This is part of the new world order. Not to mention the nanotechnology, smart cities, and all of that. All that is in the book of Daniel, y'all. The second chapter. That's what it's really about. It's not just about nation against nation. People. This is about man versus machine. Y'all saw that movie Total Recall? They got to tell you. They telling you in that movie. Robot people. They're replacing us and entire societies. Y'all, it's about to get. This is what's really going on. It's real. This is so real.
Enable future people to figure out how to use AI to elevate humanity. The Stargate project is a clear sign of AI's deepening influence on the modern zeitgeist. No longer is AI merely the subject of theoretical speculation. Its technologies are now shaping the world in which we live. All technology, however, carries the potential for both good and evil, and in this video we explore the darker side of AI. We argue that if the dreams of AI enthusiasts are
Oh
realized,
my
the outcome
gosh,
could be the
child.
extinction of humanity or a nightmarish
So, and let
technological
me tell you something
dystopia.
else.
Right.
It's this girl I like to watch. What's her name? Neoshi Hypno. She puts people under hypnosis, and they can either go into the future, they can go into the past. When she put them under hypnosis, um, Neoshi Hypno, that's her name. She's a really good hypnotherapist. One day she put somebody, if you go to her channel, you can see when these people go up under, and you can see the things that they talk about. They might be going to the past, their past lifetimes, or their future lifetimes, or even their, what am I trying to say, alternate reality or multiverse um, type of world, whenever they go up under. And so that actually can be going on simultaneously. So basically, it could be a you in a whole nother dimension, is what I'm trying to say. So this one lady went up under, and come to find out, I believe the lady was a man in her past life. They were talking about these humanoids. I think, yeah, the lady went up under, and then she wound up being a man in her alternate dimension life, and she was watching herself, of course, as a man watching his wife in this other alternate reality, other, universe. It was a humanoid in there assisting the wife giving birth. Humanoid assisting, like robots assisting, so that could have been the future. It might not have been another like alternate dimension. That could have just been a futuristic, like where we're headed, because that's where all the money's going. They don't, with the way that they treating us, you can tell like we're gonna be replaced. That is what is in the book of Daniel. If you don't believe me, go to Daniel, the second chapter, and go to the part about the feet. Okay, how the clay is merged in the clay. That means dust. That's a person. Clay, you think of mud, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. So that's us, part us, person, and robot, humanoid. That is where all the money is being shifted to this new world. Okay, so that's why Trump keep talking about. He act like he's playing, but he really not playing, y'all. He really not playing. He might just really be the last president because they're trying to replace mankind. Y'all get it? So he would be the last president if they're gonna be replacing people. And it's free to like the video, y'all. All right, I figured that I don't got my nerds out there, so nobody's really seen that this is so super serious. Oh my goodness, I cannot help but think of the last kingdom, the new world order, the new kingdom, last world order, last kingdom. Do you get it now? Evolution of mankind into humanoids and transhumanism. The phrase iron and clay in the context, and that's part of the prophecy, y'all, in the context of humanoids or humanity and transhumanism as a prophetic reference to the book of Daniel. It's in chapter the second chapter of Daniel in the Bible, rather than a direct physical description of biological humans. Actually, it is. It's transhumans, is what it is. Transhumanism is a philosophical and scientific movement advocating for the use of emerging technologies such as genetic engineering, AI, and nanotechnology to enhance human physical and cognitive abilities. Hey, y'all. Hey. Fundamentally, overcoming limitations like aging and disease. A transhuman is an intermediary from form between human and post-human possessing enhanced capabilities. I'm telling y'all, they trying to replace us. If you think that this is the only world that ever been here, you are wrong. If you even go into history, and I know y'all know about Lucy, the first set of bones, those first sets of humans, they were not our size, their bones are different. This would not be the first time that there ever been like a form of a human, okay? And they keep on making them different every single time. I'm just keeping it real with y'all. This is why they're treating us like our funds are not our funds. This is why they're taking away all of our benefits, shifting all the funds from this to that and that to this, is because it probably is going to be the last president, because we probably going to be replaced with humanoids, these half machines, half men. That's what that movie Total Recall was all about. This is where all the money's being shifted to. I just played the video. If I need to play it again, I will. That billion. Trump signed something a couple months ago, and shifted all the money, a lot of the money, to this technological advancement and all this stuff that they're trying to do. They're going to be redoing cities, going to be all this technology, nano technology. What am I trying to say? Smart cities. You know, they're redoing things. They're making all of these advancements, and they're also making an upgraded version of mankind, and it is called a humanoid. That is what the Bible prophecy is about in Daniel, the second chapter, y'all. If y'all don't believe it, then go read it. It talks about the last kingdom. We are that. All them other kingdoms in the book of Daniel, it talks about from the head all the way down to the feet. We are at the feet. We are the last kingdom, that iron and clay. That's why it was divided. And that's why in the Bible it says that a stone hit the foot and broke it down and rebuilt it into something else. And then with that came a whole new world. That's where they headed. That's where all the billions going. So that is why Elon Musk is saying that we don't deserve our Social Security money that we don't work hard for, and that we do not deserve not only that, but our hard-earned Medicare money. We don't deserve nothing when we retire. What did he say? He said it is a privilege. It is, oh, you think that you are entitled. Child is crazy. So that's what's going on. All of this was coming to me today. I'm not gonna harper with this because I see I don't have any fans of this and y'all not into this type of thing. But it's gonna affect everything from your money. It's gonna affect our currency. We might have a whole new world with this last kingdom and new world order. Of course, you're gonna have a new currency. Um, it's crazy, and you gotta break it down to build it right back up, right? So I really don't know what they have in store for us. And I could go into some serious dreams that I have been given that I don't even want to alarm you guys, but it's not cool. It's not cool at all. Y'all know them concentration camps. I guess y'all don't know what they doing to them Walmarts. I had a dream a long time ago. All I know is people were standing out. This was, oh my God. My children weren't even born, and they are 13 years old. But I had a dream that people was holding hands outside of the Walmarts, and it was a piano there. They was praying, crying out to God. All I can tell y'all is it's been said that they are turning the Walmarts into concentration camps. You might need to look into this stuff, and don't depend on CNN. It's not going to be there. Okay, you need to go to the underground. All right, there's a lot going on, and while we focus on Cardi B and Stefan Diggs, these people, um, They are planning a new world. They are planning a new world. So, nothing we can do about it, I would imagine. But it's crazy. It's crazy. And this came to me today. What else did I see today? I'm not gonna go into it all. I just asked you to do your own research. This came to me today to bring this to you guys. Okay, I guess for awareness. I also saw, I guess because of the financial situation, with the money being shifted from us, from workplaces to other things that are more important, a lot of people are not really thinking so much about their partners, they're thinking about benefits. So you see a lot of people switching, who they're with and latching on to people for different benefits. Okay, so I did see a lot of that, uh, you know, girlfriends, boyfriends, people being with people for certain benefits, shifting partners because of financial gain. So we almost in a Great Depression. So I guess that's why they're doing it because it's all about survival right now. And survival, until our basic needs are met, that is sometimes more important to people than their feelings and who they really love. So I did see a lot of that today too. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So that is the word, y'all. I regret to inform y'all, but um, this is what's going on. This is what's going on. Uh, Transhumanism. When Trump says the last president, that is what that means. The last kingdom, new world order. The new kingdom is the last one. That is in the book of Daniel, the second chapter. If you don't believe me, we are the feet of that whole dream that King Nebuchadnezzar in prophecy saw a long time ago. All right, the evolution of mankind into humanoids and transhumanism. This is why all of the funds are being shifted toward the new world order. It has been an order that there is some replacing going on, and not just with the kingdom, but with the person too. So it is the evolution of not only our society, technological advances, but also advancing us uh, in a transhumanistic type way, which is depicted in the book of Daniel, the second chapter. We are at the feet of it all, um, and they are going towards actually humanoid people. Unfortunately, transhumans appear in science fiction, sometimes as cyborgs or genetically enhanced humans. They feel like, I feel like it will be some humans, still living whenever they go into this new world. However, it probably won't be as many of us, during that time frame of where they're trying to shift things to. So that's all I gotta say. Like this is something. Like I'm really speechless. I don't know if y'all ever heard of this stuff, but this is why Trump is saying, and he keep acting like he's playing. He's probably not playing. When he says the last president, it's the reason why he's saying that because we're going towards the last kingdom, the new world within this dispensation of what we see. Okay, oh my God, is the last probably. Well, I put it like this. It's the last one in the prophecy that was put into the Bible because there are missing scrolls. So with this evolution, that's just where we at. It could be more to come after that because everything in the Bible is not just the last whatever. Listen, there have been many worlds to come up and be brought up and be brought down. All right. And I'm not gonna get into all that about the dome world. We not the only world either. I want to do y'all know that. I want to do y'all know. But anyway, I have a map. I had put it up for thumbnail, then I took it down. But if y'all don't believe me, like there's been other worlds and places before. What about Tartaria? What about them old maps that people starting to find and realize now that we able to share this knowledge on the internet? There are other dome worlds And I believe it's the water that separates them. So when you looking up at the sky, you think that that's the sky. That's actually water, honey. That's water. And they're finding that out now. That when they go to the deepest part of the sea, the ocean or whatever, that it takes them to other domes that we are in. We are actually in a dome, believe it or not. And guess what? Do you know that that is biblical? Now don't let me prove myself because I will. The dome city is actually in the book of Revelation. People just don't know what they're reading. See, people be going to church to jump and shout, not realizing what they reading. See, I had a dream about this and I didn't even know. And it took a Christian lady, it was on my old Christian channel. It took a Christian lady to tell me what I saw in my dream. But that is with the about the glass, the dome, and the demon was looking through this glass or whatever at this dome city, this dome world. That's in the Bible, y'all. There it is. I believe it is in the book of Revelations, the 11th chapter. But anyway, I'll find it. That might not be the one, but I had it before. But somebody had to find it for me. Like I didn't even know why I had the dream. But this is really distressing me, y'all. It is really distressing to me. But I gotta go and kind of recollect myself because this has been a very enlightening day. It's really too much for me. And I asked what to bring y'all, and this is what came up. So I would say this. Don't get so distracted, y'all, that y'all don't pay attention to the real stuff that's going on. It's more than just celebrities, celebrities, celebrities. It's good, it's fun, it's entertainment. But while we are being entertained by these celebs and the gossip and everything, they are sliding in a whole new world that may or may not really involve us. I love y'all.